it's difficult to see where GREENFOR is going to go for this one. They've actually got some really good choice based off of the map alone. BLUFOR having a close by spawn within a click to get into GREENFOR's territory. And with the closeness of these sectors, especially 3 and 2, it's gonna be hard for GREENFOR to play the clock here. Because if BLUFOR just overpowers and attacks Sector 3 with all their force, then Sector 2, then Sector 1, I think they'll be able to go back to back to back here. Because sometimes
BLUFOR
you see...
Also,
Go ahead.
Well, BLUFOR also has the wildcat, let's not forget. GREENFOR has Iglas to counter it, but that wildcat, if it were to go to the south and just at sea level, drop them off maybe by the Spokel's Ruin over by there, drop off a squad or so down there, that could be a good way to split the attack on those southern sectors, or maybe even go around to Point 52 all the way in the east, or those beaches over there, and maybe move up to Sector 1, like who knows. Oh, and yeah, don't forget, Liru, you also have the mech op.
Oh, fucking mech op. Well, that needs more refinement, in my opinion. That was just a test on Fallujah to see if people will like it. I owe them another one, and I have another one in the works, but that's besides the point. Back to the AO here. Yes. Operation has started. Ooh, it's a darkie.
It's a dark op, absolutely.
I'm gonna check BLUFOR real quick, see if there's any night vision.
I don't think so, because usually
oh
see that.
My god, there's no night vision.
It's a night mission.
Oh no. With limited illumination, that just throws it on its head.
So yeah, that makes it a lot more. It makes it very different.
Oh god. What was Anderson thinking?
Well, it's not like it's impossible. I feel like
they're gonna have to rely a lot more on illumination, in my opinion.
Yeah. So, so looking at the sectors really quick, let's take a look at the factions real quick, what we can.
All right.
So BLUFOR is going to be
your standard Marine group with 5.5. No, wait, you're right. G36s.
G36.
It's British.
UK with G36s.
They've got British symbolism on their uniforms, but they're equipped with G36s. What's going on?
I've seen that kind of before. But yeah, the G36 is not the standard rifle, but it is still 5.56 like you mentioned.
Yeah.
They still have GLs with, I think those are technically M320s underslung. But very nice. I think I still saw an M249 somewhere. I'm trying to find them again. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be 5.56 mainly. And then yeah, they have a vanilla wildcat helicopter.
Hey, Sign. Yeah, it's been a hot second. How are you?
For transport. They probably transport, I think, 8 like the Kasatka, if I remember correctly. My D key is just sticking for some reason. That's interesting.
So I'm going to check real quick. Does Holton have a secondary pilot? Yes, he does. So that means they can use the camera on the Wildcat for recon. It probably has its thermal disabled, but even then, it's still going to be good for helping to check BLUFOR's advances here, especially since this is going to be a dark op.
Yes.
They do have flares.
We were just talking about Black Ops. This is a different kind of Black Op where you can't see shit.
So chat's asking me if they have flares, and the answer is yes. The Grenadiers are always equipped with flares, regardless if it's day or night. So we're probably going to see a lot of that utilized.
Grenadiers and team leads, squad leads. I don't think they really have a Grenadier per se, but the team leads and squad leads act as one.
Dude, they've got 3 SOCOM boats.
Do they actually? I don't think it's listed on the fucking thing.
It wasn't, but of course.
What? What? Okay, this is Anderson's fault. Like, that's funny. So yeah, those Mark 5 SOCOM boats have 2 M2s, 1 on each side, an M134, and then a Mark 19. Mark 19 doesn't have any ammo, just like those guys, Tigers with the AGS. They don't have any ammo, but still, those things can carry, I think, like 20 people, and then have like a bunch of people on the back.
So real quick, if you actually look, the moonlight's kind of taken over now. So it's on like a full moon now. I'm trying to look up to see if I can even see the fucking moon.
No, I can't see the moon either, but it is definitely bright.
It's on the bright side for darkness, so it's going to be an interesting op. A lot more concealment in plays. Well, I mean, compared to what you can normally set on the night cycle for Arma 3. Because by differentiating what time of night you put it on. And when I say that, I mean if you put it closer to when the full moon is out, you're going to get a brighter night like this one. If you put it closer to where there is a new moon, where the moon is completely invisible, then it gets super fucking dark. And I will admit, for tomorrow's 4-hour multi-community op that I'm hosting, I'm more on the new moon because I want them to use the spotlights for seeing Viet Cong, but that's a massive digress. Just because Arma has a very varied way to do night ops. You can either do night ops when it's bright outside, or you can do night ops where it's pitch black outside. It's a shame, though, because the AI don't register it either way, so...
Mm-hmm. There's a way to find a balance with spotting, but oh my god, that... Did you see that?
All I see right now is 6 or 7 guys.
Wildcat's camera is a spotlight.
Nice.
I swear to God, I saw it light up for a second. I don't think I'm hallucinating, but...
Sorry, I'm too busy watching these guys butt crawl around the for sale sign, and Lolo is praying to his deity.
I mean, it is round 3.
It's the cult of the stone.
Confusion and seriousness has gone out the window. Someone.
Shame what happened about Stone, though. He hates my guts now.
Very much in the dark. Their god has left them. Not satisfied with the ritual, they have left them. BLUFOR is now doomed to lose.
Yeah, so it was a high chem light that was put on the top of that rock. Those things only last for 5 minutes, which is why it disappeared, and we still have, 5 minutes, 21 seconds left on safe start, so it was indeed a high... You know the ultra orange chem lights? Those only burn for 5 minutes.
High, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The light that shines twice as bright burns out twice as fast?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Alright, but otherwise BLUFOR is mainly G36Ks,
Yes.
standard 5.56, assaulting as a British faction, according to the decals on their uniforms.
As they're starting to move out, GREENFOR are looking like they're using CDF camos, and they're also using 6.5 Katiba bullpups, using Ural trucks and transport Humvees.
Are they Chinese-based?
No, they're CDF-based.
As with 6.5 Katibas, interesting call by the mission maker.
Yeah.
Anderson definitely pulling a weird one tonight.
Yeah, a little interesting. It's still essentially not a little bit more punchier than the 5.56, but it's going to be that same kind of intermediate cartridge that we're going to be seeing. But that's about it. I'm assuming, since they're all in vehicles now, I can't exactly look at them, but the machine gunners are probably going to be using PKMs. If I had to guess, maybe M249s, but we'll see later once they all get dismounted. Looking at the sectors, Sector 1 in the town of Skelter is going to be this church on the hill. I think these structures are from Altus, but this church on the hill, this little plateau up here, the sector actually extends down to the side of the hill, right where Foika is on the side, so they could, in theory, not even go to the top of the plateau.
Real quick, just to state for the record, how the sectors work is as long as GREENFOR has someone that is up and active in the sector, not knocked unconscious, but actually physically up, the attacking faction cannot capture the sector. Once all of the resistance has been either knocked unconscious or killed off, then the attacking faction can capture the sector. Continue.
So they're sitting up here. We do have a bunch of lights illuminating the area to a degree. It is starting to get brighter, I'm noticing, so maybe the sun's going to start coming up. Maybe since that's what it is, since we're not seeing that moon, we're going to see the sun come up. But so they actually sent pretty much everyone here. It looks like they're doing an all-exile basket here at Skelter,
based on this lighting.
Does make some sense. I don't even know if we should even cover sectors 2 and 3.
Real quick, Juckers is the guy with the Igla that's part of Charlie 2, and that lighthouse is providing a good amount of lighting here for this AO. What worries me, though, is BLUFOR does have those 3 SOCOM boats, and if they decide to use them, that could give them a really nice advantage in attacking Sector 1. But you're right, they are doing an all-eggs-in-one basket approach to just holding Sector 1, which it's unlikely to work, but hey, we'll see what happens.
I mean, as for the choice of sector,
you'd have to blow out the lighthouse, destroy the light source.
It's the biggest area, biggest city of the three. Next best would be the town of Serval at Sector 2, and then by proxy Sector 3 holding those two. But having this bit more unified defense up here at the first sector, in addition to the lighthouse also kind of giving them some periodical illumination of the entire area, that might actually help turn things in their favor. That's an interesting dynamic I hadn't really thought about until now. That could cause some issues for an attacking force trying to stay stealthy. But yeah, that does obviously leave sectors 2 and 3 open.
Trying to climb the lighthouse here.
South, while the rest of
the bell tower, excuse me.
East. Actually, we still have 5 minutes, but no one is getting in any of the boats.
Well, I mean, if you're BLUFOR and you don't, if you see this AO, I wouldn't expect them to predict that GREENFOR is doing an all eggs in one basket approach, especially considering sectors 3 and 2 are really good areas. I mean, sector 2 has an office building and multiple, what are these called? Apartment complexes for the defending faction to hold a lot of forces in. If I was on BLUFOR command, I wouldn't expect GREENFOR to do an all eggs in one basket approach on the sector right next to the water. So maybe we'll see BLUFOR change their strategy.
I don't think those boats weren't really called out. It was just the wildcat that was listed in the assets for BLUFOR. So they should.
Maybe they're disabled. I don't know. It's a possibility.
Maybe, but the way that they're set up, the ribs right along the beach, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I mean, that is really their only transport. They don't have any cars either, do they?
Yeah, they don't. It's just on foot or by the aircraft.
Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like X-Ray is going back for GREENFOR, checking spawn, I think. Maybe making sure that no one got left behind. Or sending a bit of a forward recon position. But, yeah, they're going to be... We've seen Theki and Glupin, they're starting to build stuff up on the western edge of Skelter itself. They're building some trenches in the sector on top of the hill. We're seeing Scandi, Tau guys, Monahan, Short, Omega, Aqua, building some defenses up at the lighthouse. So they are really trying to make some hard points to really clear this out. But yeah, it's going to be just that sector on the church. Areas. Or at the church on the plateau. That's going to be the actual capture zone. Anything else?
Hexagonal Squares, thanks to a Twitch Prime sub. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you get a kick out of this FNF stream. Got another fortification line right here.
I'm excited to see how this unfolds, but I'm also
I think this round's going to end a little early because of that.
There's a spotlight. I knew I wasn't. I knew I wasn't going crazy. Yeah, the.
What you mean from the lighthouse?
No, the wildcat. It has a spotlight. The camera is a spotlight.
Gotcha.
Oh hey, man, that is.
Do you mind if I? Yeah. Wow. There, you're right. That is a very powerful spotlight on that camera. Interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if it's still like an actual camera, or if it's just like it's limited now because of the spotlight. But you were saying.
Do you mind if I mute myself for a few minutes? I need to make a very important phone call.
Sure. I'll carry it.
All right. I'm going to keep streaming, by the way, but I need to make this phone call to clarify something. And I'll put it on speaker so you guys can hopefully hear it. Okay. Kogia, 11:30, maybe as far as midnight. I'll book the reservation in between FNF streams. What do you think?
Can I call you back in a second?
No, because the round's about to begin for EU3, so I'll have to call you back in an hour. Okay?
Okay, that's fine.
Alright. Love you, boo. Bye. Sorry about that. Let's give him
So that could be the case as well. Interesting.
I apologize for that, Barb. I am drunk, which means I am very weak-willed, which means I feel like... No, I drink the entire pitcher of Stoli Doli, but I am trying to ask Bloodwayne... Yeah, that fucking quick, man. I'm fucking thirsty. But anyway, I'm trying to see if Bloodwayne wants to come with me. We have this really cool Korean barbecue place we both love called Kogia. and it's open till 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
God.
And it's they have this really cool meat platter for 2 where they give you like everything for only $60, and it is delicious. But because they're open till 2 a.m., they also have our favorite soju. We just love to go there, and that's what got us through college. So I'm just asking her because I apparently pissed her off earlier today.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I sent her a bunch of properties in Hawaii because we want to buy a house in a few months, but we'd have to get a mortgage. So I sent her a big list of really cheap properties in Hawaii for like less than half our budget to say, hey, you know, maybe as a joke, would you be curious in this, you know, and I could stream from Hawaii instead. But she said no and got mad about it.
Because I think Hawaii has some really insane taxes, so I don't think you'd like that.
Actually, no, I looked into it as a joke, and it's not as bad as you would think, but, you know, I could stream from the beach. And I'd fucking love that.
But then you'd have to show your body, and no one wants to see that.
I don't care. Dude, I'd buff up. 6 months. Back when I was in middle school. Bro.
You sound like me.
Bro, I will fucking buff up for this stream if they ask me to. Alright? If they want me to buff up, I will buff up.
You can't
Fuck you.
Oh my God.
Bro, I would buff up just so I could fish off the fucking ocean, man. Easily. Easily. Mission has begun. Let's see what BLUFOR does.
Jesus, I thought I heard your voice slurring. I was just thinking maybe you got a little tired, but no, you just got fucking sloshed in about half.
Damn right. I drank the entire pitcher.
Was it? You were saying you didn't want to deal with me.
About a pint to a gallon.
Deal with your drunk ass.
No, that's why I asked Bloodwing if she wanted to go out so she could deal with my drunk ass. But anyway, the Hellcat just went far north here.
NA.
What about NA? Oh, I'm taking her after. It's okay.
After? It's gonna end at like midnight.
Igla going out! Flared off, though, because they were fighting a perpendicular. What that means is you see the missile trail right here. They were able to flare off, so the missile just continued.
The Michelin man said hello and goodbye. Second one's coming out, flaring preemptively, trying to avoid the lock to begin with.
The Igla gunner gets 2 missiles, and the assistant gets 2 missiles, so that's still 3 more missiles to use against that Igla gunner, but he is flying way off the goddamn reservation, and it's just him. Everyone else is on foot, and they are actually pushing down to the southern side of sectors 2 and 3. There's only a 4-man force, part of X-Ray, which is the Recon team, with that marksman rifle in between these 2 groups as they move in. So what I think we're going to see is the northern pincer for BLUFOR is going to move up, see that Sector 1 is heavily fortified as the southern pincer, which actually appears to be the strong pincer with the amount of forces going with it. They're going to be able to quickly take Sector 3 and 2, and we're going to see a firefight in Sector 1. I don't think this round is going to go past 40 minutes. 4-0.
Me neither. Which is good for us, because then we don't have to deal with your drunk ass for long. And I agree with the best way to deal with it is to be drunk myself. So I'm going to go pour myself some more whiskey real quick before X-Ray engages Vonk and Armor Jesus and the rest of them down there to their north.
They don't really have any eyes, but BLUFOR is trying to maneuver over... Actually, that's the wrong BLUFOR force moving in, but GREENFOR is still maneuvering with their X-ray element. Who has the marksman rifle here is a very important question. It's aim at the stars, and he has the VM 10-round marksman rifle, and he is getting eyes on majority of BLUFOR force coming in.
And so he should be able to see the amount of guys there.
Yep.
Actually, wait. No, who are you talking about?
Aim at the stars with the marksman rifle.
Yeah, well, you're forgetting the guys to their north, which is another squad and a half or so. Oh god, now that I said
But they're moving to the northern sector, though, so they're not going to try and check out this position. But Aim with the Stars pulling out his Vector 21 Knight, trying to ascertain how many BLUFOR forces are pushing. He's only seen half of them move up, though. He doesn't even know about the second half.
So yeah, they've spotted this main force. They're heading towards Sector 3. That's gonna be a bit of a... Well, what's the word even? It's not quite a misplay, but it's a false sense of security. Because they don't know... Actually, no, Twig King and Wuna have turned around. Do they see these guys? Yes, because I think they're skylining. So they do see these guys as well. Yeah, Twicking is looking right at them. So now they spotted that Bravo group, so they will be able to get that information across. And yeah, they just passed completely right by him.
I get the all eggs in one basket approach by GREENFOR, but I think they're going to get overpowered here with that numbers advantage. Yes, X-Ray spotted both of these groups moving in, but just with the sheer amount of AO and the sheer amount of time that's going to be left over after BLUFOR takes Sector 3 and Sector 2, and wises up to the fact that GREENFOR is doing an all eggs in one basket approach on Sector 1 after taking 3 and 2, I think we're just going to see some overpowering. GREENFOR opening up, knocking out Coda.
Ooh, Coda, yep, goes down faster than you do.
That was aim at the balls, but there is some return fire coming from Arma Jesus and legal action as they blindly suppress aim at the balls' position.
That's just a lot of suppressing fire, and they are very much suppressed. Aim at the Star is actually getting crippled, trying to fall back, roll back actually.
And you got Keaton, Mike, and Flux quickly trying to run up and push that position.
Firefighter also opening up on Twicking and Wuna. So yeah, they really should.
Oh, aim at the Star is actually getting picked off. That was the marksman down.
I don't know about picked off. It was more like he went down like it's a goddamn 80s action movie. But still.
So a little bit of a delay, 1 or 2 minutes max for GREENFOR. It's not going to be enough though. Fire superiority is the better term for BLUFOR, picking off that marksman right there. You got Mike, Flux, Kane pushing up to the rest of this ridge. I think they're going to catch Twig and Wuna out of position here.
We need to be careful because we might see some friendly fire as well as Anderson, Lolo, King, and Flex start to move up onto this ridge as well. Wuna and Mike coming so close to each other, but just turning the other way. It's like a rom-com. What could have been, what should have been, but it wasn't.
So the rest of X-Ray pushing off of this position as BLUFOR charges up to clear it. Oh, but another member of X-Ray getting spotted by King and taken off. King showing why he is named King. Explosive Satchel going off on BLUFOR.
Did that take someone out?
That knocked someone unconscious.
I'm checking the
Let me check the roster, yeah.
Stars even. No stars, no Bedekovic. But he wasn't near that satchel. He was over...
BLUFOR's blue on bluing. Vonk is firing on Brennan, and Brennan's firing back.
Yep, this is, at the very least, this is what X-Ray was able to sell because of the darkness. We do also have some overshoots as well coming in from GREENFOR Bravo over the heads of Money, Schnuffles, Clown, and the rest of them, and hitting towards Anderson and Shireen, Lolo, and the rest of them.
So BLUFOR, they've got a nice battle line here. They're starting to... Nope, they're still blue on bluing. See, here's the thing about blue on blue and Friday Night Fights. You have C-Tab, not even C-Tab, it's BLUFOR's tracker, but it's even better. It shows you where everyone is actively on your map, and even shows when they're unconscious. So BLUFOR really needs to be checking their maps right now to make sure they're not doing any massive blue on blue. But I do really like GREENFOR, excuse me, doing a massive amount of suppression action on where UPSC's guys are. And they are returning fire, but this is a really nice range to do that engagement on. And meanwhile, you have those two GREENFOR guys from X-Ray running into the spawn, and there's Sector 3 captured by Bassbeard as he was running into the AO.
Fuck. Bassbeard of all people.
Real quick, we have Holton deployed all the way over to the eastern side on his own.
And we have X-Ray actually back towards BLUFOR spawn, so almost like a yin-yang situation here. Yeah, how the fuck did Holton get over here?
I think he was deployed. He had to have been deployed by the helicopter. That's the only way. Yeah, so he just got dropped off. He's going to now try, I guess, to do recon on Sector 1 and realize that that's where the all eggs in one basket approach is. So now the question is going to become, how is Drake, the platoon leader for company commander for BLUFOR, because there's two platoons, Rest leading Platoon 1 and Grav leading Platoon 2, but how are they going to adjust to taking Sector 1, realizing it's an all eggs in one basket approach?
You mean 3.
What do you mean?
Sector 3, you said Sector 1.
Yes, it's Sector 1 that GREENFOR is defending in the all eggs in one basket approach.
But you said they took Sector 1, but they took Sector 3.
Okay, that is my bad then. They did take Sector 3.
It's because you're drunk. You shouldn't drink. You should know that. You should learn this from me. From me, motherfucker.
Shut up.
Okay, make me.
What's that doesn't care about your opinion, and neither do I. But let's continue.
Wow. Comparing yourself to what's that? That's a stretch and a half.
We'll both tell you to shut the fuck up when you need it, right?
But you tell it to me in such a sexy way.
Shut the fuck up.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
God damn it. Anyway, BLUFOR starting to maneuver their groups up, engage in long range between some of GREENFOR's groups as they're going to start slowly maneuvering up. It's been less than 10 minutes since the start of this round. Again, these are 50-minute rounds, so again, I think BLUFOR is going to have a lot of room to maneuver up here. And Holton is literally sprinting over to Sector 2 to check it out. I think he's going to be able to cap it before BLUFOR gets their forces in, because they're starting to do a pincer maneuver of sending a force down south to try to check on Server 2. So with Holton capping that early, that's going to make BLUFOR unify their push here and attack on the southern side and overpower GREENFOR's force. But it's going to heavily rely on the PvP here.
Yeah, no, Holton is literally just running down the street. He knows that no one's here. He doesn't see any activity, and as soon as he gets in, I think that is going to be really undo GREENFOR's defense. They have been setting up looking
Bestwick, thanks for the Switch Prime sub. Hope you've enjoyed the operations. Hope you're going to kick out of the 7F stream. I hope you're staying safe on COVID.
3-5. So they've kind of planned for this a little bit, but it's going to allow BLUFOR to bring the hammer down onto Sector 1 a lot faster and a lot heavier than if they were to take this time to go up the ridge.
And there's a Sector 2.
Yep, and so immediately they're going to go, wait, what the fuck? What? Huh?
By the way, some of BLUFOR's force actually pursued X-Ray. You got Flux and Kane sprinting after Tau and Wuna. They destroyed one of the boats that Twinking was... Oh, never mind. That was just the waves going in on the boat. And Wuna's now going to try to remount it real quick.
I think you were right. I think these were props because they weren't able to
get...
And I think that one just floated out a little bit. Twinking is trying to get into one, but yeah, King is going to find them. I think their best bet is to surrender.
They can't see this light, by the way. And there's King getting the tap. I was going to wait out Wuna.
Wuna needs to hide under the boat like Jack Sparrow in the first Pirates movie and just just come up for air when they need to.
I am happy that BLUFOR sent a force back to make sure that all these guys were properly tapped. That's a good call.
But King did spot Wuna.
Yep.
And he's like, hi. He puts his gun down. He's like, yeah. Hi.
Probably talking to him locally, saying, you can't win, buddy. I'm sorry.
He has the high ground. Technically.
I'm gonna have to put you down.
Ooh, low and far. Wuna ducks down beneath the water. Good call.
I don't see any blood under the water, though. Not sure if that was a hit. Sorry for being so bright.
I don't know. But now King getting to the edge of the water. Oh, he's actually doing something kind of smart. He's getting to the edge of the water to try and limit the angle of approach of the bullet, if that makes sense. So it's less chance of a ricochet off the surface of the water. And
I get what you're saying. Yeah, so that way it's flat across the water.
Exactly.
Jail coming up on Wuna. And all this while BLUFOR is repositioning its forces to do its unified battle line on Sector 1, knowing that they've taken the other two sectors, so GREENFOR obviously is holding its defenses around Sector 1. Wuna now hiding under the SOCOM boat.
So that BLUFOR force of Echo 1, Delta, Platoon 2, all of them, they've just kind of continued on their route. They're now coming in on the south side of Serval. And they're probably just going to continue their route going north. And while we have this lull in the action, I'm actually going to take a bathroom break.
Yep. Have fun. So. I will cover for your stream. So, yes. Wuna being shot at by Flux and Pointman. He's quickly coming up to grab some air. Just took a headshot, though, and I think that was Pointman that took him out. Let's confirm and see who got him. Checking Flux. He is on 0. Pointman on 1 kill. So that was indeed Point Man. So that is GREENFOR X-Ray completely knocked out. Now we're just going to have to see BLUFOR make this unified battle line and attack Sector 1, and that is going to be it. GREENFOR is going to really have to hold on that PvP element because they do not have the clock working for them. There's only been about less than 15 minutes so far in the 50-minute round called. So BLUFOR has about... They can spend 5 minutes maneuvering and still hit the remaining sector and pretty much last the fight here. So, yeah, that's going to be it. Meanwhile, while BLUFOR maneuvers, I'm going to take Bloodwing to Kogia. We're going to get some Soju. We're going to get the beef combo for 2. And we are going to enjoy ourselves because I'm going to be a good boo, pay for the whole thing, and we're not fun. Because we haven't been to Kobe in a little while. But anyway, shots are raining out. That is GREENFOR Bravo firing on BLUFOR X-Ray here. I don't think there was any fatalities there, as BLUFOR is still repositioning. But good eyes on GREENFOR Bravo, as they were able to spot X-Ray out of position here. Though I am seeing some blood, which means they did take a few shots, while I would bet BLUFOR was on those ridges firing back at the tracers that Bravo was pulling out originally. Now we play the waiting game. GREENFOR's done a really good job. They're trying to send forces out to form a good L-shaped defensive line to stop BLUFOR's encroach and hopefully stall it out so GREENFOR can get the most amount of time from the sector. I also find it interesting that Cheese has swam over to this little island. And I guess he's going to hold here in case BLUFOR tries to land a force over on this island so we can tap the helicopter as it comes in. But interesting strategy there. Either way, it's BLUFOR's game to win at this point with how they're deploying right here. We got this massive force now coming north. From taking, or at least coming around Sector 3, that was taken by Hoda. Excuse me, Holton, but Holton's actually gotten back in the vehicle, the aircraft. He was landed and picked up. And actually, we're seeing a force mount up in the BLUFOR helicopter. That is Bravo 1, Kane Armage's Pointman. Some of the best players on the server, they're going to get redeployed via helicopter to a different angle. So that'll be interesting to see. But otherwise, Bravo for GREENFOR, raining out shots, firing on Bravo 2, Charlie 2, and Platoon 1 HQ for BLUFOR here. And we also have someone that's run up, that's Magnus. He's firing grenades up on this hill. Just to make sure BLUFOR hasn't pushed it yet, but it's a little premature, unfortunately. Hey, I'm going to bet you $20 that helicopter is going to try a thunder run on the northern side. We do have Yanni over here. What is Yanni? He is a squad leader for
By
Delta.
Thunder, do you mean like a hot drop?
I think they're going to do a hot drop, yeah. That, or they're going to deploy over the water on the northern side and have that group swimming. But, I mean, taking your most veteran players in the helicopter, that's a very big risk, but I could see them deploying somewhere else. Because the Igla, even if it hits the helicopter, it's not going to immediately destroy it. So if you're over the water...
Track of is... Who was the Igla gunner? Is it Ash? No. It would be... Ooh. I think it was Juckers, and Juckers actually got killed, so who is it now? I'm scrolling through them, but I'm not seeing the Igla yet. Oh, Smith has it. Jay Smith has it with 4IB, and I think he took the backpack as well, so they do have it still up, but probably...
It's crazy, though, that some of these guys got picked off early on by long-range fire from the machine gun, so really good on BLUFOR for getting some of those early kills on. And I already see in Foxtrot, too, someone was unconscious and killed off by Fisher. So, really good marksmanship by BLUFOR. That's just going to keep biting GREENFOR in the ass as BLUFOR makes this approach. I think this is going to be done in 20 minutes tops.
I think so. I mean, they're holding a good defense. We've seen Delta 2 start to fall back. Magnus,
Chat, where are you at?
Good kill on Bedekovich and Valenti up here, but he's actually doesn't even
seen any activity.
Here.
Hope you guys are
He's
doing okay.
With his binocs up at the group. of Bravo 2, and Charlie 2 up there.
There we go.
I don't think he realizes that Bedekovic...
Kostas is here. Bad Wolf's here,
spitting
seeing
distance away
nothing.
from him, along with Valenti and Dog.
Magnus with his binos out right here. I gotta commend Magnus here. He's on the westmost flank for GREENFOR. He has his binos out, but BLUFOR is literally on top of his position.
That's literally
Yeah,
what
chat died for a second. Keep the activity going, guys. Come on. It is still a live
I
stream.
was hyping it up as well. But yes, he is.
Oh, man.
They're spitting distance away from each other.
So GREENFOR landed on the mini island that Cheese was on, and Cheese is now dead.
Oof.
So I guess he got overpowered there. I'm trying to check here. Cheese did eliminate Point Man, and as he was landing. Also, the chopper's down. And the pilot and the co-pilot are dead. Yep, so it landed here. Cheese was able to get a kill off the chopper. But looking at the roster, I'm seeing more skulls starting to form on GREENFOR than BLUFOR, and that's not good because BLUFOR has that numbers advantage.
Interesting. Who was it Cheese, you said?
Yeah, Cheese was on that small island holding against the chopper rush. He was able to take it out, but traded his life for taking the chopper out. The pilot, the co-pilot, and a member of the BLUFOR group, which was Pointman, who disconnects.
Did I just crash from the server as well?
No, everything just stopped. There's a desync spike going on.
Oh, no.
Oh, damn.
Oh, people are moving again.
Give it a second. Oh, dear.
But the problem is that... So, we were talking about this in TMTM the other night, last night, because of the long-standing issues that TMTM have been having. Essentially what happens with the desync is that the server... It has too much information to process, so it takes longer to process the information. It almost creates like a positive feedback loop where the more time that it desyncs, the more information has to pile up and pile up and process. And that's why we tell people not to move, not to even look around when desync starts happening.
Yellow chain.
Oh, it's back. Is it back? I'm still yellow chain for me. We'll see.
Oh, dear.
What I'm afraid to see is that a lot of people get kicked off because of the server.
Red chain.
Stuff. Red chain? I'm still on yellow.
15 seconds.
Oh no, really? Is this how it ends? Not with a bang, but with a whimper?
This is the end. Beautiful friend.
Oh,
this is the end. My only friend, the end of our elaborate plans, the end.
Fuck me.
Alright, I'm gonna mute myself real quick, do my outro. Anyway, guys, that is the end. There will be no rematch, unfortunately, because of how close the next branch is. We will be back. This is, by the way, this is really rare to see for Friday Night Fights. We haven't had a crash or a mission file issue for 2.5 months. So, say la vie. Shit happened. Something just caused a memory leak on the server, more than likely. But anyway, we'll be back for the NA branch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be in an hour and 11 minutes. And again, we have an 80-person multi-community operation that I will be Zeusing tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be a 4-hour event, so I hope to see you there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Wait, hold up. Yep, nope, there it is. It's cut. Go operate operationally. Hopefully I'll see you for the NA branch, but otherwise, cheers, and have a good one.